Good morning. Happy Tuesday? Wednesday? It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. No, is it? No, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Week's going by pretty fast for me this week. How are you? I hope you are having a lovely week. My goodness, it's Wednesday. I hope you're having a great week. So yeah, I forgot to get on yesterday. It was such a busy day. I had work in the morning, and then I have a friend visiting here for a week. So I played tour guide and we explored Budapest, and it was really good fun. We're going to do more of it today. So getting my live in this morning, and I want to talk about why it's so important to heal the past and forget about the future. So you'll understand what I mean by that as I talk to you a bit more. But this morning I woke up I had the craziest dream, and I had dreamt about my grandmother, and my grandmother passed away maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I knew she was going to pass away. I knew it. Living abroad, we only get home every so often, and there was this one Christmas that we were planning to go back to Australia. Hi, Kay. A year well in advance, I knew that I had to go home because I knew that it was the last time I was going to see her. And so I don't know why I knew this. I didn't know it here. I knew it in my gut. I just knew I had to go home because that would be the last time I'd ever get to see her, and that I didn't want that to miss that. So I went home and we had Christmas, and I remember being busy on that day, and yes, I was there, but I wasn't really sitting and chatting with her. And I remember going inside and getting some drinks for people and taking those drinks back outside. And as I was at the door, I looked and I saw my grandmother sitting on the couch, and there was this really loud voice inside me that said, don't go back outside and hang out with everyone. Go and sit next to your grandmother, because this is the last time that you're ever going to see her and get to speak to her. And I was like, okay, I can't pass that up. So I sat with her and I talked to her, and I just, wanted to hear her laugh. She had the most amazing laugh. And I just, asked her how she was in her life at that moment, and just really wanted to listen to her. And I just spent time with her and took in that moment. I was really there and just knew that was it. This was my chance to get a big dose of her before I never saw her again, and I got to tell her how much I loved her and hug her and kiss her, and then know that was it, because I knew that was it. And it was in the February after that Christmas that my mum called to say that she had taken a turn, and within about 3 days of that, she'd passed away. So this morning she was in my dream, and it was in my dream about this particular situation. And of course, as dreams are, it's not the same reality. It was a different, but in my dream we were all around her, similar situation like a Christmas, but in the chance that I had to say goodbye to her, or in this dream, when I got to, she was a lovely strong lady, wasn't she? Kay's a friend of mine from home. In this dream, she was there, we were around her, but I had my chance to chat to her, but I was so busy. I was like, oh, hi, Nan, bye, yeah, this blah, 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 okay, bye. And then I remember in the dream, I left, and then the next part of the dream is that, yeah, she passed away. And then the next part of that dream was that then we were in her house, sorting through her things, going, okay, she's not here anymore. Like, the part of the dream that really hit me was that reality of, we can be going through our every single day of our life and never know, hi Mum, when something might happen and we don't have that life anymore. And the part of the dream that was really strong with that message was that, going into her house and seeing her bed beautifully made, and, but then there was some food and stuff in the house, like halfway through a meal, that at 1 minute people were living and life was happening, and the next she wasn't, and she wasn't there, and nothing was happening. So this dream kind of got me a little bit emotional, but thinking about really the importance of all of us never really taking for granted the fact that at any single moment things could change. Now that could be that it could be as severe as us dying. It could be a big health scare. It could be something happening that changes everything that we have zero control over ever in our lives. And I was talking to a client yesterday about something similar that ties in with this, and also thinking about that young actor that died a couple of days ago who got pinned by his car. He was 27. I'm sure he didn't think that was the day. He was on his way to an audition or something like that, but we never know when something could happen. And so it's so important for us to not spend our days thinking about, oh my God, I'll be happy when this happens. It's a huge one. Like waiting for things in the future to make you happy. That's why you make yourself happy now. It's also, don't spend all your time like worrying about what's going to happen, because the only thing that you can control is what you do in this moment and what you enjoy in this moment and the things that are happening now. So while my topic on my video says forget about the future, it's more about, let it be what it'll be. Do what you need to do now, here, because this is the only time you have to work on anything. It's in the now, it's here. We cannot predict the future. We can hypothesize and we can imagine many, many situations, but you know what? We have zero control over it. It's in the now that we create the future. So forget about the future in that sense. But more importantly than that is to really add to that moment of now, of living in that now and going, okay, anything could happen to me tomorrow. So if I don't enjoy it now, then I don't get the opportunity. But to also be able to heal, to enjoy the now, is to heal the past. And this is something that I was talking to a client of mine about yesterday, and that was, learning to let go of things that have happened to us in the past, or hurt that other people have caused us, or things we've done ourselves that we're not proud of, or we wish we could go back and change, because we can't do any of that either. It's just like the future. We can't predict it. We can't create it in that sense of just thinking about it. But the future is the past is the past, and it's done. What's happened has happened, and what we hold on to and what we allow to affect our day-to-day now is also something that we have to learn to let go of, and it comes down to forgiving ourselves if it's something that we feel that we wished we hadn't have done, or could have done differently, or why did that happen to me, or more, if it's something you've done, you just have to learn, you have to forgive yourself. You can't beat yourself up about these things. They're in the past, they're done. They have created lessons for you. You've grown from it. Hopefully you are a better person because of whatever happened to you in the past, so be grateful for that. If it's something that somebody else did, or some experience, you have the power to let go and forgive them, even if you don't get to speak to them, or they're not here anymore, or something like that. If there's something in your past that affects how you feel right now, then finding that way to let go of it. Forgiveness is a big one, and it's forgiving someone that wronged you, or a situation that wronged you, or yourself for making silly decisions in a moment, but doing what you thought was right at the time. And then it's just also loving on yourself, and maybe it's, for me, it's a big one for me, is always in the past it was girls that bullied me that really pulled me down. And in this moment, I think all of us, for those things in the past that we hold on to, we can find gratitude in them. And I know I harp on about this gratitude thing, but it is what really can define how we feel about an experience in our life. And this one, gratitude, looking at these things like, what did it teach me? How am I different because of it? And for me, that experience of these girls, and I mean, while it was a horrible period in my life that tore me down to like bare minimum breathing, living, hating myself in a level that, I never thought I'd come back from, is that I would never give back that experience. I am so grateful for everything that they did to me, said to me, because it made me who I am. And if I had to live my life again, I would 100% do it again. So to heal the past, thinking about what can I let go of? What do I need to let go of to have more joy in the moment? Because I want to be living, life is happening now, it's now. We don't have the future, we definitely don't have the past, it's in the now. So, You know, anything could happen tomorrow. In the next second, my house could fall down. You know, we don't know. So waiting for happiness, waiting for joy, waiting to live our lives is such a waste of time. Now is the only time we have. And if it requires dealing with stuff in the past, what do you need to let go of? Who do you need to forgive? What are you grateful for? How can you turn it around in your mind for the whatever in your life robs you of the joy in this moment? So big topic today, but you know, something that's so important, and it's something that came up yesterday in conversation, and then again in my dream, to be really reminded that life is fragile. And I'm sure that, you know, a lot of you watching know and have experienced just how life can change in an instant, and we can't take anything for granted. You know, we can't even take our own lives for granted. We can't take our jobs for granted. You know, we have to find that happiness and joy and love of our lives right now, because this is the only time we get to live it is in these seconds, you know. So that's really where all of that present moment, being present stuff comes from. So hi Heidi, I love having you on. Girls, I had quite a few watches today. It was so exciting. But that's my message to you on a Wednesday morning, now that we've figured out what day it is, on a Wednesday morning. Really thinking about, you know, what is it maybe in your past, or what old thought patterns or ways of thinking are robbing you of your present moment joy? Who do you need to forgive? What do you need to sit down and think about that you're grateful for? What do you just need to let go of? Like, what doesn't serve you anymore? And then really also remembering that we can't control the future, only can control our actions in this present moment to create a future that we want, but thinking about it and worrying about it has zero value. So thank you for watching. I would love a thumbs up if you like this video. I would love for you to share this video, because I think this is an important message. Hi Jen. Because it really is, I mean, it is the only chance we have to live our life is right now, you know, and this is that all of what they say, you know. Hi Sandy, oh my God, everybody's on. This is how we do it, you know. It's about, you know, not spending our time in the future worrying and stressing, and it's also not letting what happened in the past ruin what is happening now. So share this message. I think this is one of my better topics, so I'm going to share this. Watch out for this one, it's going to be around. You know, maybe just thinking about today, what are you, which way are you? Are you more in the future, more in the past, or is it both? And where could you start to bring yourself back to now to get the most joy, because this is the only time that we have to enjoy it. So not in the future, it's definitely not in the past, it's now. So just trying to think, what could you comment to me? You know, you want to tell me, let me know what you got from this talk. Is there something that you need to let go of? Share it with me. In the process of sharing and verbalizing is often when we actually can disconnect or let go of these things. Hi Jane, how's the UK? So share with me, let me know, what are you going to let go of? What's not serving you anymore? How are you going to start to fully enjoy the present moment more? Or what are you going to stop worrying about? Let me know, share it with me, let other people know. And as soon as you verbalize those things, they become real, they become actionable. So that's the other thing I think I said in another video of mine about that happiness challenge is, when we put these things into action is where the true value comes. So today, put into action the letting go. So tell me in the comments, share it with this community of women on my page, what you're going to let go of to give yourself that more joy now, and what are you going to stop worrying about in the future. So have a wonderful day wherever you are. There's some of you spread all over the world. Janie, enjoy your travels. Mum, Heidi, Kay, enjoy back home. Yeah, and Jen, enjoy back home as well. That's it for me. Now I'm babbling, so I'm going to stop. Have an amazing day or evening. Leave your comments below. I want to know what you're going to be working on. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.